children. Let's continue with the word problems from exercise 3.4, question number 2. The subdivision 3. The sum of the digits of a 2-digit number is 9. Also, 9 times this number is twice the number obtained by reversing the order of the digits. Find the number. Before moving on to this question, let me connect this question with the simple expanded form of class 1. The digits we use to write numbers are from 0 to 9. Take an example of 76. With the digits 7 and 6, how do you form 76 and how do you form the reversed number 67? Is the simple expanded form of class 1, the 6 in the ones place and 7 in the tens place, and the expanded form of 7 into 10 plus 6 into 1 is giving you 70 plus 6 and 76. So if you arrange 7 in the ones place and 6 in the tens place, you are getting the reversed number as 6 into 10 plus 7 into 1 is the same as 60 plus 7 is equal to 67. This concept is used in 2-digit number in the linear equation in 2 variables. So the question is the sum of the digits of a 2-digit number. So immediately when you get these questions, mark the places of ones and tens. A 2-digit number has ones place and tens place. Any one variable you can take in the ones place and the other variable in the tens place. Similar, just refer to the similar way of forming numbers. How do you present the answer? Is let ones digit is equal to x and tens digit is equal to y. They are the digits. With these digits, the original number and the reversed number is formed. Therefore, what is the original number is y into 10 plus x into 1, which is the same as 10y plus x. And the reversed number, when you reverse the digits as, what will be the reversed number? The reversed number is equal to x into 10 plus y into 1 or 10x plus y. You can see the underlined words digits. Digits x and y is used either in ones place or tens place to form the original number and the reversed number. Now the first condition, the sum of the digits of a 2-digit number. Which are the digits here? The digits are x and y. What is the meaning of sum? Addition. So what is the first equation? X plus y is equal to 9. That is the first equation. Second equation, also 9 times the number. 9 times the number means 9 times the original number. You have already kept the original number and the reversed number ready here. 9 times the original number. 9 times the number is twice the number obtained by reversing the order of the digits. Is twice The number obtained by reversing the order of the digits means it is the reversed number 10x plus y. 90y plus 9x is equal to 20x plus 2y. 9x minus 20x plus 90y minus 2y is equal to 0, or minus 11x plus 88y is equal to 0. You can write it as 11x minus 88y is equal to 0 as equation number 2. Now solving, x plus y is equal to 9. 11x minus 88y is equal to 0. Multiplying the first equation with 11. 11x plus 11y is equal to 99. 11x minus 88y is equal to 0. Changing, you are getting 99y is equal to 99, or y value is 1. Substituting in the smallest equation here, x plus 1 is equal to 9, or x is equal to 8. So you got the values of x and y, and if you substitute, that means the original number is 18, but substitute, therefore original number is equal to 10y plus x, which is equal to 10 into 9 plus 10y plus x, it is 10 into 1 plus 8, or 18. So the original number is 18. Question number 4. Meena went to a bank to withdraw rupees 2000. She asked the cashier to give her rupees 50 and rupees 100 notes only. Meena got 25 notes in all. Find how many notes of rupees 50 and rupees 100 she received. From the question they asked, you can understand what is x and what can be y. Let the number of 50 rupee notes be x and the number of 100 rupees notes be y. That means without taking the value, let the number of 50 rupee notes be x and the number of 100 rupee notes be y. There is a sentence, Meena got 25 notes in all. What will be the first equation? The first equation is x plus y is equal to 25. That is, Meena got 25 notes in all. Now, she wanted a total of 2000 rupees and the denominations are rupees 50 and rupees 100. If you give value, x number of 50 rupee notes will have a value of 50x. Y number of 100 rupee notes worth 100y, and that will be the total amount of rupees 2000. Equating the coefficients, 50x plus 50y is equal to 1250. 50x plus 100y is equal to 2000. Minus 50y is equal to minus 750. Y is equal to 750 divided by 50, which is equal to 15. Substituting in the small equation, x plus 15 is equal to 25, or x equal to 10. That is, there are 10 50 rupee notes, that is 500 rupees, and there are 1500 rupee notes, 1500 rupees, and the total is becoming 2000. Therefore, number of 50 rupee notes is equal to 10 and number of 100 rupee notes is equal to 50. Subdivision 5. A lending library has a fixed charge for the first 3 days and an additional charge for each day thereafter. Sarita paid rupees 27 for a book kept for 7 days, while Susie paid rupees 21 for the book she kept for 5 days. Find the fixed charge and the charge for each extra day. This resembles with the taxi charges question we did in the previous exercise. The only difference is by the first sentence you can make out a lending library has a fixed charge for the first 3 days. For keeping the book for the first 3 days, the charge is fixed. From there onwards, each extra day an amount is paid by the library. Let, how do you take the statement? Let the fixed charge for the first 3 days. Let the fixed charge for the first 3 days be X and then the charge per day thereafter be Y. For the first 3 days you have to pay only X rupees. The remaining days only you have to give Y rupees per day. The word remaining must have given you a clue. The question is, Sarita paid rupees 27 for a book for 7 days. A total of 27 is charged for 7 days. So, for the first 3 days, she has to give only X. So, 3 days are over. Out of 7 days, how many more days are left? 7 minus 3. That is, for the remaining 4 days, she has to give Y rupee and the total amount is 27. First 3 days, X rupee. So, total 7 days means it is 3 days plus the remaining 4 days. The 3 days is X and for 1 day Y. So, the 4 days it will be 4Y. Similarly, what will be the second equation? While Susie paid rupees 21 for the book she kept for 5 days. Similarly, X she is paying for the first 3 days. Out of the 5 days can be divided as 3 plus 2. The 3 days she has kept for X rupees and for the remaining 2 days she will be giving 2Y. X plus 2Y is equal to 21. This is only difference from the question based on the fixed charge on that taxi. Change the equations. 2Y is equal to 6 or Y is equal to 3. Substituting X plus 4 into 3 is equal to 27. X plus 12 is equal to 27. X is equal to 27 minus 12 which is equal to 15. Therefore, charge for first 3 days is equal to rupees 15 and the charge per day they are charging rupees 3. By this, exercise 3.4 is over. Exercise 3.5, question number 4, subdivision 1. These questions are similar to the questions we have done in the previous exercise. So I'll be doing little fast because the explanation is already given in the previous exercise. A part of monthly hostel charges is fixed and the remaining depends on the number of days one has taken food in the mess. When a student A takes food for 20 days, she pays rupees 1000 as hostel charges, whereas a student B who takes food for 26 days pays rupees 1180 as hostel charges. Find the fixed charge and the cost of food per day. From the question itself, let the fixed charge be rupees X and the cost of food per day be rupees Y. As per the question, the first student is taking food for the 20 days from the hostel. That means as a fixed charge to stay in the hostel, X rupee, and for 1 day the cost of food is Y. So for 20 days she has to pay 20Y, and the total amount she is giving in the hostel is 1000. Similarly, another student, fixed charge is X, and she takes food for 26 days and the total amount she is giving is 1180. So these are the two equations. Changing the sign, minus 6y is equal to minus 180, or y is equal to, which is equal to 30. And if you substitute, x plus 20 into 30 is equal to 1000. X plus 600 is equal to 1000. X is equal to 400. So what will be the final answer? The fixed hostel charge is rupees 400 and cost of food per day is equal to rupees 30. Subdivision 2. A fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator, and it becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to the denominator. Find the fraction. Let the numerator be x, denominator be y. Therefore, fraction is equal to x by y. A fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. From the numerator 1 is subtracted and the denominator no change, and the fraction is becoming 1 by 3. So by cross multiplication, 3x minus 3 is equal to y, or when you bring the variable, it's becoming 3x minus y is equal to positive 3. It becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to the denominator. That means numerator no change. When 8 is added to the denominator, it becomes 1 by 4. When you cross multiply, 4x is equal to y plus 8. 4x minus y is equal to 8. Equation number 2. By solving, 3x minus y is equal to 3. 4x minus y is equal to 8. LCM is 12. Multiply by 4, multiply by 3. 12x minus 4y is equal to 12. 12x minus 3y is equal to 24. Subtract the equations. Minus y is equal to minus 12, or y is equal to 12. If you substitute in the smallest equation, 3x minus 12 is equal to 3. 3x is equal to 15 or x is equal to 5. Therefore, what is the fraction? Therefore, fraction is equal to numerator by denominator, that is 5 by 12. Subdivision 3. Yash scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each correct answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer and 2 marks been deducted for each incorrect answer, then Yash would have scored 50 marks. How many questions were there in the test? The final question is, how many questions were there in the test? Since the question is related with the correct answers and incorrect answers, let's take x and y as the number of correct answers as x and number of incorrect answers be y, because the marks are awarded based on the correct answers and the marks are lost based on the incorrect answers. Let the number of correct answers be x and the number of incorrect answers be y. The first question is, Yash statement is, Yash scored 40 marks. How did he get that? Getting 3 marks for each correct answer. If there are x correct answer and each answer is given 3 marks, what will be the total marks he must have got? He must have got 3x marks, 3x marks for the correct answers and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. The number of wrong answers is y and he is losing 1 mark each. That means losing 1 mark and the score has come to 40. That is the first equation. The second equation is, had 4 marks been awarded for correct answer, that means 4x, and 2 marks has been deducted for the incorrect answer, 2 marks have been deducted for the incorrect answer, then he would have scored 50 marks. He would have scored 50 marks. This is how you will form the equation. When it is a gaining, it is positive. When he is losing marks, it has to be subtracted. So now forming the equation as multiply. LCM is 12, 4 and 3. 12x minus 4y is equal to 160. 12x minus 6y is equal to 150. 2y is equal to 10 or y is equal to 5. Substitute in one of the equation. 3x minus 5 is equal to 40. 3x is equal to 45. X is equal to 15. That is, the number of correct answers is 15. Number of wrong answers is y. The question is, what is the total number of questions? The total number of questions in the question paper is 15 plus 5. There are 20 questions. Out of that, he scored 15 correct answers and 5 wrong answers. The question based on this is, points A and B are 100 km apart on a highway. One car starts from A and another car starts from B at the same time. If they travel in the same direction at different speeds, they meet in 5 hours. If they travel towards each other, they meet in 1 hour. What are the speeds of 2 cars? Please visualize this particular question. You have two cities A and B. Two cities A and B. The distance between those two cities is 100 kilometer. The distance between those two cities is 100 kilometer. There are two cases how the car starting from both the points are traveling. The first sentence is two points A and B are 100 kilometer apart on a highway. Agreed. Now, two cars are starting from the points A and from the point B. That means, let's see that the car starting from A, car starting from B. Specifically, they said that they are moving with a different speed, because if they don't move with different speed, there is no chance of them meeting at a point after any time. The question says that they travel in the same direction and they meet at a point after 5 hours. Let's think that they are reaching the point M after 5 hours. Let me divide into two parts. This is the car starting from A and the car starting from B. Since they said the speed is different, let the speed of the car starting from A be x kilometer per hour and the speed of the car starting from B be y kilometer per hour. That means the speed of car A, you know, the time both of them traveled is 5 hours. Both the cars traveled 5 hours. Car from B also traveled 5 hours. If you know speed and time, what can you find out immediately? Distance is equal to speed into time. That means the distance covered by the car starting from A. What is that distance in the picture? In the picture, it is distance AM. The distance AM is equal to speed into time, which is equal to 5x kilometer. Similarly, what is the distance traveled by? The distance traveled by the car from B, it is 5 into y, the distance BL. If you look into the picture now, both of them are traveling in the same direction. This picture will give you a clear idea. Car starting from A moving in this direction and reaching at M. Car starting from B also moving in the same direction and reaching at the point M. It's very visible that BM is a shorter distance, AM is a longer distance, which proves that speed of car starting from A should be bigger than the speed of the car starting from B. Let us prove it. So what will be the first equation? Distance AM is 5x, distance BM is 5y and distance AB is 100. The first equation can be taken as 5x minus 5y is equal to 100, or everywhere 5 is common, you can reduce it as x minus y is equal to 20. So this is the first part of the question. The second part, if they travel in the same direction, in the opposite direction towards each other, they meet in 1 hour. Let's see how is that movement. The speed of the car starting from A and B. Both of cars starting in this direction. From B it's traveling in this direction. After 1 hour, they are meeting at the point M. Same way, divide into two parts. Speed of the car starting from A be x kilometer per hour. Let the speed of the car starting from B be y kilometer hour. How much is the time? The time is only 1 hour. Here also the time is 1 hour. Immediately, what will be the distance AM? The distance AM will be 1x. And what will be distance BM? That will be 1y. So what will be the second equation? AM plus BM is equal to AB, or second equation is x plus y is equal to 100. Solving the equation, x plus y is equal to 100, x minus y is equal to 20, two y is equal to 80, or y is equal to 80 divided by 2, 40. Substituting, x plus 40 is equal to 100, or x is equal to 60. How do you give the statement? Therefore, speed of car from A is equal to 60 km per hour, and the speed of car from B is equal to 40 km per hour. This can be asked as a 4-mark question. Number 4, subdivision 5. This question is related with the topic of measurements or mensuration, where you will find out the perimeter, the area of rectilinear figures like triangle, rectangle, square, and so on. The area of a rectangle gets reduced by 9 square units if its length is reduced by 5 and the breadth is increased by 3 units. The second condition, if we increase the length by 3 and the breadth by 2 units, the area increases by 67 square units. Find the dimensions of a rectangle. What are the dimensions of a rectangle? The dimensions of a rectangle are length and breadth. Thus, area of a rectangle can be found out using the formula length into breadth. Since it's a multiplication of 2 units, you can call it as square unit. The area unit is always square units. Now, let's take the variables. Let the length of the rectangle, let the length be x and the breadth be y. If you know the length and breadth, immediately you can calculate the area as length into breadth, which is the same as x into y. Now, what are the changes in the measures of length, breadth, and the change in the area? If the length is x, breadth is y, the area is xy. So, if the length is changed, breadth is changed, automatically the area also will be changed from this particular quantity. The question is, the area of a rectangle gets reduced by 9 square units if its length is reduced by 5 and breadth is increased by 3. If the length, the first case is, if the length is reduced by 5, what is the length given? It is reduced by 5 and the breadth is increased by 3. And the breadth is increased by 3. What's happening to the area? The first part of the sentence, area of a rectangle gets reduced by 9 square units. So that is, original area was xy. From there, it got reduced by 9 square units. So, how do you form an equation with area is equal to L into B, length into breadth is equal to area. If you expand it, xy plus 3x minus 5y minus 15 is equal to xy minus 9. Xy term has to be cancelled because the degree of xy term is 2 Whereas this lesson is purely linear equation in two variable. The power of the variable should be only 1. That is why even if xy term is present, it gets simplified from both the sides. So what is the first equation? 3x minus 5y is equal to minus 9 plus 15, or 3x minus 5y is equal to 15 minus 9 is 6. The first equation. Second equation, if we increase the length by 3 units, increase the length by 3 units and breadth by 2 units. That means it is understood that it is only increased breadth by 2 units. The area also increases by 67 square unit. So that means the original area was xy that got increased by 67 square units. So what is the second equation? Length into breadth is equal to area xy plus 2x plus 3y plus 6 is equal to xy plus 67. 2x plus 3y is equal to 67 minus 6, which is equal to 61. Thus the equations are formed. Let us solve. 3x minus 5y is equal to 6. 2x plus 3y is equal to 61. Multiply by 2 and multiply by 3. 6x minus 10y is equal to 12. 6x plus 9y is equal to 183. If you subtract the equations, minus 19y is equal to 183 minus 12, 171, minus 171, y is equal to 171 divided by 19, 19 into 9, 81 and 79. Substituting in any one of the equation, 3x minus 5 into 9 is equal to 6. 3x is equal to 6 plus 45. 3x is equal to 51. X is equal to 70. That means the length is equal to 17 units and breadth is equal to 9 units.